Anew.
So Umaji, when Joe forwarded that transcripts on this thing, I kept listening to it and thinking, आवाज बहुत पहचानी हुई लग रही है. बाद में realize कि ये तो मेरी अपनी.
Oh.
I kept thinking, like I'm trying to listen and concentrate and thinking, बहुत पहचानी लग रही है.
इतनी अच्छी आवाज किसकी है? इतनी बुलंद आवाज.
I was so surprised.
That's amazing. See how many new things happen. Yes.
How old am I getting that I don't recognize my own voice?
Maybe we don't hear our own
You
voices.
don't hear yourself. Yeah.
Okay, let's start. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanao Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Bhurvasva Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhusha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. I was just going to say that I'm going to move that Astoma Sadgamaya in the beginning. Yeah, because that's like, it's
usually what they have is all the three in a row, you know.
What happened was when we started, I was doing Sahana Vavtu, and then they say, oh, add this also, add this also. This class kind of evolved. So people's wishes I incorporate, because these are all good mantras. Right. But I will think about the sequence and I will send it to everybody again.
Okay.
Then we will do
because,
that. Yeah.
You know.
Because that is like Astoma Sadgamaya is take me from darkness to light. So you just want to say that in the beginning.
Oh, you want to say, because usually it's Sarve Bhavantu, then Astoma Sadgamaya.
No, Sarve Bhavantu comes at the end.
Yeah, and that too. Sarve Bhavantu, Astoma, and then the Purna.
So we do say that in the end. Okay.
We do.
I think that some people
are. No problem. That's how we've always done in Chin. The three.
So maybe I will consult with you and we'll do the sequence correctly. Yeah. Okay, so we are almost.
There's a petition against this prayer to be eliminated from schools in India.
I think in India there's a huge problem, and a lot of other countries, you know, they sometimes they look at culturally, and these prayers.
This is not even talking about any one particular.
No, it's just telling everybody be happy. In fact, this is the most comprehensive Shanti part there can be. It's not dividing anybody.
Right.
It's saying दुश्मन भी खुश रहे. इसमें मतलब सब आ गए.
So in the army or something.
Okay, so we are.
Yes, in the Air Force Army schools throughout India, they're saying it's favoring one religion over others, and it should be eliminated. But it's the Muslim League who's bought the petition.
Okay, let's focus on Bhagavad Gita. So now we are on chapter 6. And I know you missed few classes, but we are concluding it now because there are last 2 verses left. Happy Holi to everyone. So just to reiterate what we did before so that we have a continuity. So he was talking about whenever you do any spiritual sadhana, it never ever goes waste. And I think I have discussed this, but I think it's very relevant in this class because I was listening to one of the Swami's commentary on this, and he said, when we talk about spiritual progress, do not look at worldly things, otherwise you will not understand what spiritual progress is, because not everything has to go correct in the world. You know, things can go bad and all that. It's the internal progress you're doing. And that's the most important thing. And he's saying from the worldly perspective, things may be going down. Because sometimes, he said, it's like climbing a mountain. You want to go up, but in process of going up, you have to go down also sometimes, right? So I thought that was a beautiful analogy.
Yeah, it is
So he
beautiful.
said that sometimes you have to fall down to rise up again, because then the rising up is a lot
You
faster.
realize.
Yes, because with our difficulties. So I think in this class it was so relevant, because otherwise it's like, oh, I'm doing all this sadhana, my life is so bad. No, and he's saying sometimes sadhak don't even know that they are making progress. They feel like, oh my God, I'm not making any progress, I feel stagnant, nothing is happening. It may not be true. There is something subtle. It's a very subtle thing he was talking about. So if you're sincerely doing a practice, it is gonna, you will go upwards spiritually. I thought that was so
Just like
good.
businesses go down, then they learn from it. And
Yes,
then,
yes,
you know.
yes. So I thought, otherwise people would
In
say,
real life.
they even, oh, wo Mahatma, why did he had to suffer? Because, hey, inside he's all together, So we're talking about internal journey. So that was one point. So then he was talking about that how they are born in different situations, and either they'll be born in the life of, in a house of a wealthy and pure, or yogi, wise yogi. But wise yogi is very rare, he said. So all that is going on, and now Arjun is like,
Page.
oh,
135.
No.
मेरे लिए क्या
One
आदेश है?
आपका वो-
Oh, you want to know where?
Yeah, yes. Sushil's page. Which page are you on?
Sushil's
This
page.
is 483. If you're
483.
483. Which one are we
Okay,
looking
got
at?
it. Got it.
We are doing 46.
46, yeah.
483.
483.
Yeah, got it.
483.
So this Bhagavad Gita in chapter 6 has come to a point where Bhagwan has told him everything about meditation. And we have gone through it, how to say it, what to look for, what are the pitfalls, how do you get ready for it and everything. And then he also talked about different types of people. And now Arjun is like, what's the final instruction for me, kind of, That's what he's saying now. Bhagwan is saying about final instruction. So the verse is, tapasvibhyo dhiko yogi, tapasvibhyo dhiko yogi, ज्ञानीभ्योऽपि मतोऽधिकः ज्ञानीभ्योऽपि मतोऽधिकः कर्मीभ्यश्चाधिको योगी कर्मीभ्यश्चाधिको योगी तस्मात् योगी भवार्जुन तस्मात् योगी भवार्जुन. So tapasvibhya is the aesthetics, adhik is superior, yogi the yogi, jnanibhya then the wise, api is even, mataha thought, mata means my opinion also, adhika superior, karmibhya then the man of action, cha is and, adhik is superior, yogi, tasmat therefore, yogi a yogi again, bhava be, Arjuna o Arjuna. Okay, who's gonna read?
I can. The yogi is thought to be superior to the ascetics and even superior to men of knowledge, mere scholars. He is also superior to men of action. Therefore, you strive to be a yogi, O Arjuna. In order to bring out the importance of meditation among the various practices in the science of spiritual development, Lord Krishna is providing here a tabulated list of the various types of seekers, indicating the greatest of the whole lot. Compare with those who practice thoughtless and dull-witted physical self-denial tapasvins. The meditator is certainly nobler than those who vigorously read the scriptures and try to learn and remember their declaration. Jnanis is the yogi meditator. There are others who strive towards the same bright peak of perfection, trading along the path of selfless work, karmis, undertaken in the world outside in the spirit of yagna, and those who perform worship, upasana, in a spirit of divine dedication. These ritualists, both in the secular and in the sacred fields of activities, believe that they can reach the infinite bliss through these very activities.
So we'll stop here because there are a couple of things here. Just even though Swamiji has did the clarification, but some of the like spirit of yagna and all, some people may not know. So just to start with, he's telling him that there are a couple of people like tapasvis. Tapasvis are the ones who are like do all kind of tapascharyas, self-denial, jisko bolte hain na, I will not eat this, I'll stand on one leg, that's extreme and all those. And so he's saying that more than that, he's telling yogi here, first of all, when he says yogi, means he's talking about a meditator. And in what context? Meditator, the one who tries to unite with the higher. That's why that yoga is you're uniting with the higher. So that he's calling, because in he's going to explain in the next verse that how in meditation also there are so many different paths, and he tells in the next verse who is the best meditator. But so here we have to understand meditation, what he's talking about meditation, because there's so many methods and so many things have come, but here he's talking about a specific thing.
So I want to clarify. This is what I was looking for since I joined this class. So it means this is saying here that meditation is above all these things. We are saying like we were saying कर्म योग से भी हम भगवान को पा सकते हैं. There are different paths, but ultimately this is saying that meditation is the best part.
So here it is. So this is a warning given by one of the swamis, and he said that don't pluck a flower from Bhagavad Gita and say this is it, because you'll miss the entire thing. Mm-hmm. So it is so important in what context he's talking about. Early part of this chapter, he said, if you're not ready for meditation, it's not going to fructify. He called those people literally like, क्या बोलते हैं उसको जो, I'm thinking of the word, pretend करते हैं ना जो नहीं होते हैं, उनको क्या बोलते हैं English में?
Superficial?
Yeah, hypocrite. He called them, I was thinking of that word. He called them hypocrite कि भाई बैठे हैं meditation में ध्यान कहीं और है.
नहीं वो तो अलग चीज है.
So what he was saying that karma yoga prepares you for meditation. So if you have too many vasanas in you, and which we are kind of sansari people, we do have it. Let's admit it. So karma yoga purifies your mind. So the more you have purified your mind is when you sit in meditation, you will connect to the higher. Otherwise, your mind is going to run here and there. So too early haste in meditation is not going to fructify. That doesn't mean I should not try, okay? But when I do, I should know where I stand and then give more effort. And once my mind purified, automatically it will start fructifying. So that context, don't forget that context. And here, he's talking about sometimes what happens is that people go on different tangents. So he's telling about, we know in India, पता नहीं क्या क्या वो यातनाएं देते हैं अपनी body को. And here, early part, he said that, the life has to be moderate, don't do too much of anything and things like that.
They might be doing all those things to control this bloody mind, because it's hard to
I know, but
control
then
it.
if they don't have the bigger picture of what it is, they can, जैसे बोलते हैं ना, circle से बाहर ही निकल जाएंगे वो.
And they might think it's the end.
Yeah, exactly. They forget their goal and they're just doing, siddhi mil gayi to.
So
No excess.
if we remove all these ifs and buts, if there is a true yogi, if is a true meditator, then can we conclude here that if you do the meditation with thorough knowledge and with thorough dedication,
Yeah, you can conclude.
then meditation is beyond all other ways.
No,
of-
you. That's
I
where I have a
conclude that-
problem when you say, yeah. I think that Sushil ji understands what I'm saying, because the moment you're putting it in a box, you have a problem. Okay, you cannot put this in a box, because meditation, like when you say Shravanam, Mananam and Nididhyasan. So Shravanam is the first contact, because they say God, nobody can show you this is God. So you have to hear it, And then also we don't know, we have heard about, many lives, but none of us on the table remember our previous life. We don't know what's happening. That's why we have to have Shraddha, because somebody else who knows about it can tell us. And then the Mananam part is whatever doubts you have, that you clarify. Now, after the doubts are clarified, you have a complete understanding. Then you revel in that understanding. That's called meditation, according to Bhagavad Gita. So when you constantly revel in that higher self, and then one day you reach. So that if you are at that stage that तुम्हारा मन इधर उधर भाग नहीं रहा है, तुम
अभी तो it's I'm just trying to see this. That
so then
is
अगर
this
मन
the
भागता
way?
है, then हम लोग को कर्म योगा करना पड़ेगा बहुत सारा, because कर्म योगा is selfless activity. तो उससे हमारा राग द्वेष ये सब कम होएगा. And then there are many tips, and that's why I wanted to take up the Bhagavad Gita, the entire thing, because now I was just, before you guys came, I was just saying that here he talks about that you merge yourself with me and higher, but then our teacher used to say, hey, if I don't even know who to merge with, who will I merge with? So then the next 6 chapter he reveals that who Bhagwan is. हमको यही नहीं मालूम, हम सोच रहे हैं भगवान तो मूर्ति में है या वो कैलाश पे बैठे हैं या something. There'll be confusion. So now he's going to tell us that who Bhagwan is in detail, like 7 chapters he'll reveal certain things. It's like he'll lay a foundation, then he will go more deeper in it until the almost chapter 12 he will continue.
So from what I understand, and I'm referring back to Kamla's question, that all the other paths are there to lead you finally to meditation, which is when you realize that supreme power, okay, and that is when you want to merge with that supreme power. Is that correct?
Yeah, you are merged, because when the more you revel in it, he's saying once all the doubts are clear, you know that is it, right?
Okay.
And the more you soak in it, it's like if you sit near a fire, you will get warm. That's the analogy they give. So when you are sitting in meditation, shutting down the rest of the world and reveling in that, slowly it gets more and more, and that's what in Mandukya also it's telling that Turiya state pe tum pahunch jaoge.
Here is my question. Okay. In Karam Yoga, you have endless karam to do. You can do whatever you want. Like there is so much to do. So doesn't that take up your time where you can put in meditation and hasten that process?
No, I think that you are confusing. So here he's going to talk about the karmis also. There are people who are workaholics. He's saying that's not the path. It's like karma yoga does not mean कि तुम बहुत सारे कर्म करना शुरू कर दो. That does not mean karma yoga. Karma yoga means whatever duties I have. Everybody has a different duty on this table, right? Whatever duties I have, I fulfill them. The attitude behind them counts. Nothing else than the attitude. Because it can be a same action, and if 5 people do with 5 different attitudes, that's whatever is behind that action. So the person who is learning Bhagavad Gita is going to learn that, hey, whole world is God. So whether I do something for a child or a bhikari or for my husband or for my child, everything is important.
Okay.
Okay. So
thing
it's
is
not
that-
like I'm taking, I have to run to this hospital to serve someone. He's not talking about all that.
The thing is
You
here-
can do that. I'm not saying no, but
got
don't bring more work into your lab. Whatever falls naturally, it will come to you.
I believe I'm doing meditation all the time because
If you
I'm
are
into
connected.
it. I'm into it. I don't think that.
Yes, yes. And
So I'm meditating all the time, according to me. So I don't know.
no, if you are in contact with that higher self, no matter what you're doing, you are in meditation. She's absolutely right.
This is what
But this
this
practice-
is my confusion. It's
Your
still not
duties
clear.
are
I
your
thought it's
meditation
clear
also.
from here, but it's still not.
You cannot take his words because
Because-
right now what he's doing is he's bringing everything to Arjun, and now he's saying, but remember he's also telling him to fight the war. वो उसको ये नहीं कह रहा कि तू जाके meditate कर. He's just telling him that
That is a
what
duty also.
हाँ,
That is
yes,
a duty.
but
As a soldier's duty.
yogi is the one जो मन से जुड़ा होता है. So when he's saying तस्माद योगी भवार्जुन, meaning तू वो योगी बन जा जो तू fight करते time भी तू उससे जुड़ा हुआ हो. Like she's saying. That's what he's indicating. But he's also telling you that final, जैसे वो 3 stages जो है ना, मननम, Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasan ke bina, until you revel in it, you won't get it either. Because that's why let's finish this verse and you will know, okay, what he's talking about, karmi and all that. So basically, see, after this whole explanation, see if it clarifies a little bit about karmi. So we were talking about tapasvi. So he's saying that तपस्वी से ज़्यादा योगी बेटर है. फिर कोई कोई लोग होते हैं वो सारा टाइम पढ़ते ही रहते हैं. ये लेक्चर सुना, वो लेक्चर सुना, सब कुछ किया और एकदम दे आर पंडित्स, दे कैन कोट भगवत गीता, चैंट एवरीथिंग, लेकिन फिर वो जुड़े हुए नहीं है. तो सिंह ने ना ज्ञानी से भी बेटर है योगी जो जुड़ा हुआ है.
I can be busy in my household chores the whole day because there is no end of it. I can do very good cleaning, I can do this, I can do this, and can do with more meditative mind, like, just get into it and just feel like, But is that enough? Or should I finish my work and then sit down and seriously meditate?
Okay,
What
here
is- what
in
is the
this,
difference?
there is one verse that, and I don't know, maybe you were not there or something. There was one verse where he said, he pointed to people like us, balance the two. Do not ignore your home. Don't sit in meditation 24/7. It's not going to do any good. So the what advice he gave people like us, find some time to meditate, but do your duty diligently.
Karma.
Yeah. So that's where your answer lies. Nobody's saying don't meditate. You must do, you can even take an hour. But that doesn't mean कि कोई बहुत ज़रूरी काम हो और कोई हस्बैंड बीमार हो और बच्चा बीमार हो ऐसा ना मुझे तो meditate करना है. Use your common sense. And like our teacher used to say that, if you really want to, I don't have time. That's not true. Wake up an hour early. Little bit sacrifice you can do. Or some people do it at night because that's quiet. Everybody's got to sleep. It's okay. Just find if you want to sit down. So I think that what you are thinking is, I got to give up one to do the other. No, he's saying balance it. So I think that my suggestion is these kind of chapters have to be read many times. And then when you read through it, because you want to go to the horse's mouth, which is Krishna Bhagwan over here, you will get your answer. But एक time में नहीं होता है वो. Multiple readings are required and sitting and thinking about it, and you will find whatever questions are raised, it will come out. Yeah. So we talked
Continue,
about
Krishna.
I didn't get to it because she
Okay,
had so many
alright,
questions.
okay, yeah.
So then there were 3 people, right? One was tapasvi, one was jnani, meaning khali knowledge mein, and he's not practicing. So he's saying usse bhi zyada tu tapasvi ban. And the third karma yogi ke liye unhone kya kaha? See here, there's a very important thing he said. There are others who strive toward the same peak of perfection, treading along the path of selfless work. Karmis, he calls them, karmis, undertaken in the world outside the spirit of yagna. What is the spirit of yagna? Because that comes in chapter 3 and 4. Spirit of yagna is when you do for the welfare of everybody. You're not selfless, is that. Because वो यज्ञ का क्या है कि वो एक symbol है कि जब हम लोग यज्ञ करते हैं, होमम करते हैं, तो पुराने ज़माने में community wise होता था. So everybody used to bring whatever their expertise were. They used to bring it, and then यज्ञ होता था, बड़ा scientific होता था, and they believed that उसके जो result निकलता है ना, rain they used to call it, rain used to happen and all those things. And then everybody, जो result you distribute among everybody, not one person doesn't take it, So that is called yagna spirit. So I am pouring in something for the society, results are coming, and then I'm sharing the results with everybody. So if I do it in that spirit, that's called yagna spirit. So these people who are doing a lot of seemingly selfless activity, but they are not out, they are outside yagna spirit. I mean, they are doing it selfishly. So those kind of people, he's saying that you don't want to be like that, you'd rather be a yogi. So just wanted to bring that up.
Krishna concludes here that a silent and quiet meditator who struggles hard to withdraw himself from his own false identifications with his body, mind, and intellect through constant and consistent contemplation upon the nature of the self is ever the best.